So, hello, namaste, namaskar, welcome, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is what I say every Sunday when we start the show. Because at that time we have people joining us from all across the world. Because, from different continents, different places in the world. This is what I say, but that is what I'm not supposed to say today. लेकिन बोल दिया. बोलते हैं ना मुंह से निकली हुई बात और कमान से निकला हुआ तीर कभी वापस नहीं आता है तो अभी वापस तो नहीं आने वाला है लेकिन अ वेरी वेरी गुड इवनिंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू फॉर जॉइनिंग अस टुडे थैंक यू सो मच अ ह्यूज राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज फॉर एवरीवन thank you for joining in today, thank you for taking out time to celebrate our 250th episode with all of us today. Ever since we started during COVID, what started as a dream, what started as a small effort to reach out to people, to learn from people, to give out to the world my expertise, my learning, so that, it may come useful to him or her or whoever is listening into the show. That is where we started, and today we are standing at our 250th non-stop Sunday Bloom Talk Show. It wouldn't have been possible without all of you. Some of you, many of you have been on our show as our guests. Many of you are contributing authors today into our book launch. On our 50th episode, we launched our first book. On our 100th episode, we launched our second book. On our 250th episode, we are launching our third book. So today, we have gathered here, one, to celebrate 250 episodes, one, to honor a few people who are doing things in society. Many a times people don't come to know what is going on. Many a times people are not recognized, not awarded. They don't get enough accolades for whatever they are doing. So tonight we will be awarding, recognizing three of such people who are doing things in their own way to make the world just a little bit a better place for everyone to be. Thank you again for joining in. And we have our very own angel. We call her our angel. Every show that we have done offline, she is the one who has invoked the higher power, the spirits, the angel. She opens her deck of magic cards. A card comes out with a message. And that is the message that takes us forward, that guides us forward and stays with us not only for today evening, till we do our next celebratory episode. So let me call upon Dr. Anita Tendulkar to do her magic, to read those magical cards and guide us today how we will go along. Over to you.
Yeah. Good evening. Thank you, Deepak. I will not do much talking. Calling in my angels, guides, ascended masters, higher beings, beings of light. Please bring forth messages for the highest good of all. And decks, I've selected the Archangel Gabriel deck and one angel message deck. Deepak, you want to take a card or should I do it?
Your hands, your cards.
Okay. So the card we are getting is helping children. Part of your life purpose involves teaching, guiding, and helping young people. Payal, yeah. Admit your true feelings to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Only you know what it is that you truly desire. So I think this is a card that says it's a movement which is meant to help people. And young people, because we are motivating the young people when we do these talk shows, and they are the ones that will take on all the grand messages that come from the wisdom and the masters who are hosting these shows. So, and it is done with the true feeling. So Payal, when I know Payal since the time we were in Speakers Institute, and that time the bloom was not there. It is when she really felt that it was the right time to start Bloom. That is when she started it, and it's magnificent that it's reached the 250th talk show. So true feelings you have admitted to yourself, and that's how it has worked out for you. And let's take one blessings card. Deepak, now this you should take.
Let me call my daughter. Come, Rishi. What better blessings than to have a daughter?
Come. Out of this, out of this. Okay. So this is showing a woman and it says fertility. And she's wearing a dress which is exactly what Payal is wearing. It's the same color. Okay. And there's a woman and it says fertility. So this is like you are giving birth to something that is very dear to you. And it shows that she's just below the standing below the tree. There is sunshine that's coming in, so you have planted roots which are going to spread out, and the tree is growing, and there is sunshine. So
Anybody believe that this is a coincidence? I mean, you know, she spoke about education, and we have a chief guest today who is the Dean of Wellingtons.
and now
This cannot be a coincidence, right?
okay, and usually we humans try to control things. It's best that we let go and give it to the higher powers. So I'll just ask one message: what it is that we need to surrender. Let's not our ego bring control to the situation. Let's ask, what is it that we need to surrender? Okay. It says, whether you are addicted to substances, food, people, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addictions and replace it with healthier alternatives. One more. And surrender your attachment to results. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen, then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly as to a desired outcome can sabotage it. So again, she's wearing a skirt with Payal's color dress. Okay, so these messages are coming for you, Payal. So your attachments, as our Hindu manuscripts tell us, that कर्म करो, कर्म के फल की इच्छा मत करो. So surrender your attachment to results. You're going to bloom and bloom forward. So all the best to the.
We are already blooming, you know, and as I said, Dr. Anita, every event of ours, she has come out with these cards bless us, and they are so topical. I mean, as they say, there is some divine intervention, something, there is a message coming from somewhere telling us what you're doing is right. And she said about Karam. So I see a lot of white-haired and no hair people in the room. And there was a movie of Manoj Kumar and Hema Malini, Sannyasi. If you remember, I had gone to the theater when we were children, and since वो गाने की बात निकलती है और गाना तो निकल ही जाता है, तो you know, there was a song in which she's trying to seduce him and he is a sannyasi. तो कर्म किए जा फल की इच्छा मत करे इंसान, जैसे कर्म करेगा वैसे फल देगा भगवान, ये है गीता का ज्ञान, ये है गीता का ज्ञान. So नहीं
Brigadier Sushil has selected one card. Now let's see what it is.
Wow.
Awareness. Wake up, roll the clouds away, and look. That's the message. There's a white flower, so maybe you can put a white flower on your coat now.
Yes. So huge round of applause for Dr. Anita. She comes and visits and attends just when we call her. She doesn't charge us anything. She has got very, very high profile clients who they pay top dollars just to consult her and, you know, take out these cards and decide what the future tells for them. She's also a doctor. She manages the blood bank at Holy Family Hospital in Bandra. So at any given time, you need some help, you want to meet her, she is there managing the blood bank at Holy Family. Thank you, Dr. Anita, for coming. Thank you for taking out these cards and invoking the angels and spirits to us. Okay, so let us officially start our program today, and please come. So we will start with our chief guest. He's our keynote speaker for today. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Mr. Kaustubh Dhangarkar. I hope I've got your name correct. He's an innovation evangelist. Innovation evangelist. I would love to understand from him what it means. Of course, innovation and evangelists are, two different words, but when you combine them, something else happens. He's the dean, as I told you, at Velinkar Institute, and he has taken time out on a Sunday to come and meet us, address us so that we can learn from his knowledge and his experience. A huge round of applause for Kaustubh sir.
Thank you very much, but I think the applause should, if at all, should be later, not in the beginning. I think we are a little too generous as a race, right? So, let's see. So, interesting cards being read, tarot cards being read. One talked about purpose, one talked about the process rather than the result. Bhagavad Gita talks about all that. And thank you for the introduction. What I also do is I consult with companies. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that experience, how all this purpose and, focusing on the process and the result follows also kind of is relevant in business. Let me tell you a couple of stories. One about myself and one or two about some companies that I've consulted. Having a purpose, I think it's amply demonstrated here with the 250th show happening non-stop. I think all of you deserve a great applause for that. And I hope the 500th and the 1000th also happens soon. Soon in the sense, since you've been having it every week, it can't happen sooner than another 250 weeks. But I'm sure it will happen. So I think that's something great. So that can't happen without a purpose, right? And let's look at it from a business perspective. Sir, please. From a business perspective, what is purpose and who defines the purpose of a business? So broadly, that's going to be what I'm going to talk about, all right? So this is a company somewhere in 2012 who I was consulting. They were in the jewelry business, a 100% exporting unit out of this SEZ, one of these SEZs. This person had started this business somewhere in 1989, 1990. And the founder president, was about 69 years old at that time. And he wanted to get out of that business in the next, say, 3 to 4 years. He had set a timeline for himself. Two of his sons had entered the business. And his business was 100% export jewelry, all right? And he was a B2B guy. He used to supply jewelry to Prada, David Yurman, and those kinds of, brands, typically operating in North America, Western Europe, Australia, and New Zealand. Now, this man had grown from 0 to about 372 crores in those 22 years. But he had a very strong peeve that Mera brand hai nahi. I am just a back-end white label supplier to all these big brands. So the lady who wears my jewelry doesn't know me. So that was somewhere an angst with him. And he wanted to create a B2C brand of his own before he retired. He had two sons. So that was a general brief that, evolved while we were chatting about. And his two sons had come into the businesses, one in 2008 and one in 2010. And he wanted to hand over a B2C, thriving B2C brand in the next 4 years to these two kids. That was his kind of, purpose bolo or ambition bolo, whatever it is, right? And now this company was a complete, DNA was B2B. Customer jo design dega, manufacture karega. That was the kind of DNA. And they were excellent in quality. Six Sigma chodo, they were probably operating at 9 Sigma or 10 Sigma in terms of quality, standards. Western European job workers would not be able to match their qualities. Only some one or two Japanese manufacturers were at par or slightly above their quality standards. So they were very, very good, no doubt about it. Now, converting a B2B DNA into a B2C DNA for a company is tough, is difficult. So my first question to him was, what business are you in? What business are you in? It's a very innocuous kind of a question. So his response is, I am in the jewelry business, I am in the 100% export business, etc., etc., etc. And still, I wasn't really happy with what he was responding. He was responding it from a very operational perspective of what he's doing. They manufacture jewelry, they export X, Y, Z, all that kind of stuff. Then we kept on kind of, debating about that question. And then one final question that I asked him was, who do you make the jewelry for? Who wears the jewelry? He was very clear. His target segment was a 28 to 37-year-old lady in the Western Hemisphere, a working lady in the Western Hemisphere. Very clear. His customer segment, his markets were US, North America, Western Europe, Australia, New Zealand. All right, Western Australia, New Zealand is as good as the West. A working lady, 28 to 37 years. Then my question was, do you want to go away from that? Do you want to explore some other segment? So he said, no, I understand that segment very well. I will stick to this and I will get into a B2C brand only for that segment because I understand that segment. So the next question was, why does she buy your jewelry? So he questioned me, your jewelry? She doesn't think it is mine. She thinks it is David Yurman and Prada and Swarovski. What I want to do is I want her to know me. So that's the B2C kind of angst that he had. So my question was, why does a woman wear jewelry? Yeah, question to all of you. Feels good. Yeah. Show off status. Look good. Look good. All right. So then instantly my response was, are you really in the jewelry business? Are you not in the fashion business? Your customer is wearing your stuff to look good. So broadly, aren't you in the fashion business? Do you agree? Now you may agree because I am asking you. But this man, 69, 70-year-old person, self-made guy, 20 years into manufacturing of jewelry, did not accept it. He said, I've spent so much time perfecting my assembly line, this and that, 99.99%, quality standards and stuff like that. So very difficult for him to accept. Took him about 2 to 3 days to accept the fact that yes, we are in the fashion business and jewelry happens to be a product that we make. All right, so that's something which went into his head. Once it went into his head, he was very quick to act. He immediately, commissioned a market research agency in Western Europe based out of Copenhagen and another agency based out of New York to understand that 27 to 38-year-old lady's psyche. And the question that we gave to that market research agency was, what does fashion mean to a 27 to 38-year-old working lady in your geography? That was the only question to ask. Right? They came back to us saying, after about a month or so, month to 45 days, they came back saying fashion means a Birkin bag. Fashion means a high-end golf club membership. Fashion means, high-end Michelin star dining experiences. Fashion means the latest iPhone at that time. I'm talking about 2012, 2013, iPhone, accessories. So those kinds of things, right? Now, what came out from there was, when we launch this B2C space, B2C brand, should we be placed in a gold souk or should we be placed in a high-end mall next to a Louis Vuitton or a, or those kinds of stores, or should we be placed in a gold market? That was the first question. Next, we kind of did some more analytics into how this lady purchases fashion stuff. Once we decided that we have to be in the fashion business, now how does she consume fashion? In 2013 beginning, we did some basic Google analytics, and we found that this lady's fashion purchase happens, about 37% of her fashion purchase happens online, right? Then I suggested we should also sell your jewelry online. He, short of slapping me, he gave me everything. Pagal hai kya jewelry ko online bechta. I mean, this is 2013. But data said so. So again, almost a week, 2 weeks, kind of to get there. Once he was convinced, he hired about 10 or 12 Italian and Spanish designers, brought them to India to design that kind of jewelry for that market. Now, in between, this Google Analytics told us that when this lady swipes a credit card, we saw that the credit card swipe was not more than $490, $475, which means now that's giving a price point. Somebody buying online is not exceeding $500 back then, 2013 ka story. Today it must be more, which gave this person or us the indication that if we are to go into the B2C space and we have to sell online, we cannot have our jewelry more than $500 ticket size. All right. Now once again, he said, मेरा ticket size, normal ticket size तो $2000 है. अभी तू बोलता है मेरे को 500 में कर, out of question, not happening. Once again, but the data said so. After this, this guy got those 10 or 11 designers from Spain and Italy at his place here in Bombay and redesigned his whole portfolio, brought it down from $2,000, $1,500, $2,000 to about $375 to $490 and launched it on somewhere around, very patriotic guy, 15th August 2013. And we were involved, I was involved with him till about the year end of 2017. In 2012, when we started this engagement, his turnover was about 372 odd crores. In those 4 years, the whole equation had gone to about 729 crores. And about 35 or 34% of his business was coming from his B2C space, online sales. Now, what I want to drive home here is that discovery, we are in the fashion business, I think changed the whole DNA of that organization. Thinking about jewelry as jewelry rather than as a fashion accessory, I think the turning point was defining his business from the customer's perspective. I mean, do we do that is a question that I want to raise. We are into a lot of activities. We think we are doing something, we are manufacturing something, we are selling something X, Y, Z. But how many times do we really step back? What is this end user seeking from us? And once we kind of capture that information, I think the business can get into a very different trajectory. That's one story. Now, my personal kind of experience, before I got into education, I was into manufacturing. We used to manufacture assembly line automation equipment, etc., etc., etc. We started somewhere in 1990 with kind of, we were doing some job work for companies like L&T and Siemens and Voltas and those guys. In about a year or so, we discovered that these guys take us for a jolly good ride. They pay us after 90 days, 120 days, and costing me, they will haggle for every paisa, for, job work, small components, etc. So that was not something which excited us. So we got into manufacturing some kinds of presses, hand-operated presses, table mounted presses, typically doing operations like, punching a hole in a sheet metal component or marking your logo on an end finished product and things like that, right? And that business kind of took off a little bit, not great, but sufficient to subsist for 2-3 years, etc. And when customers used to come, they used to ask for something more as well. So from hand operated presses, we made some pneumatic presses and some hydraulic presses and things like that. But I think along the way, our team kind of discovered that the customer is not coming to us to buy a press. The customer is coming to us to enhance productivity of his or her assembly line. If 10 people are churning out 1,000 pieces in a day at their assembly line, they want 5 people to do the same job or 5 people to do 2,000 pieces a day. Now, I think that discovery by our team that we are not in the business of manufacturing presses, but we are in the business of helping our customers enhance their productivity. Now that made us ask the next question. What else do we need to do to help our customers enhance productivity? Then automatically the answers were, we need to automate their conveyor belts, we need to automate their assembly lines, we need to create some feeding systems where manual operations are eliminated as much as possible, etc., etc., etc. And then we got into all these, indexing tables and automated assembly lines and stuff like that. But once again, I just want to point out to the fact that had we not kind of figured out that we are in the business of helping enhance the productivity of our customers, I think we would have been just manufacturing better presses rather than getting into some kind of a productivity business. And that helped us to a large extent. So what I'm trying to say is, can we identify the purpose of what we do, not just from ourselves, from the perspective of the end user, your customer. Like Apple, iconic company, right? How would you define Apple's business as? What does Apple do? Innovation, right? High-end design, creative. This is what you're talking about from Steve Jobs' perspective. What is the customer's perspective? Brand identity. But how did it build the brand? Outward mobility, all right. Upward mobility, okay. Everybody wants to be a market leader.
Making life easy in a fun way.
In a fun way, all right. Status symbol, all right. But they got to a status symbol by doing something right, correct? So what was it? R&D, okay. I would say user experience, simplifying complex technology. Would you say that is Apple's core business? That's what it does? Yeah, complex technology, it's made simple. Swipe with this thing, enlarge with a pinch, make it small with another pinch, right? Roll it like a radio knob, iPod, yaad hai? That digital wheel. So wouldn't you say that Apple is in the business of simplifying complex technology? And everything else follows. Look at all their products. I mean, at that time, Steve Jobs, somewhere in 79, 80, 81, he said that computers are too complex. They're used only for commercial purpose. I want to make a computer a home appliance. And it can't be made a home appliance unless it is easy to use. And every product of theirs is easy to use. I mean, okay, whatever back-end technology, etc., innovation, R&D they do, but their raison d'etre is simplifying complex technology. I think, and everything for the last 40, 45 years, all their products have risen from there, have originated from there, right? So, can we really define what we do from the end user's perspective? I think that's the genesis of innovation. One last question before I stop. Today is a Sunday evening, all right. Let's go to a Saturday evening, all right. Let me ask you one question. What is the competition to, say, a PVR Inox? Who are PVR Inox's competitors? IPL, Netflix, OTT, all right, all OTT. What else? Yeah, yeah. So can we say that Friday, 5-day week or whatever, some of us have a 6-day week, but on a Saturday evening we want to have a good time? Yes? What are the thoughts that come to you that you should do on a Saturday evening? Bar. All right, yeah.
Eat out.
Eat out or call
Or order
food
in.
home, Swiggy, yeah. Or yeah, bar or sit at home, yeah. Long drive, XYZ, right? What else? Pursue a hobby, yeah. So if I were PVR Inox, I wouldn't define my competition as only OTT or only Cinepolis or television or IPL, but I would ask the question, what does a customer want to do on a Saturday evening? There were 10, 15 different options, right? And if I want to now diversify, I would explore those 15 options and then maybe decide, okay, these 3 are feasible and get there. So what, again, I'm just trying to connect the dot. Purpose. Purpose, yes, we define our purpose, absolutely. But also, what is our end user trying to seek from you? It's something which is equally important as much as one's own purpose is what I want to come. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hold on.
So all the ladies in this room are between 28 and 35.
Yes, we like to believe that. Yes. Yeah.
In even younger, in fact, sorry, 18 to 25. We will forever keep on looking at them like that. Let me take a poll in this room. How many of you have ever bought a jewelry, something online? In that range, $500, matlab up to 40,000, 45,000 rupees. Kuch liya hai, Ritu? Ritu is our personal branding expert. So, and Tanvi, of course. Shipra? It's his card. So, yeah, okay. Dilshad? Never? You're wearing a friend's jewelry today. Hey, please introduce us to these such friends. Megha? So, was Carrot Lane launched when this example of yours? No, they launched much later. Yeah. 2000. Yeah.
It's under an NDA.
It's a business consultant, no? Yeah.
One more thing I forgot. When he was moving from a B2B to a B2C space, his existing, staff was all B2B DNA.
Yes.
So he wanted to change that also. Where do you think he picked up people from? Okay. He picked up the Asia Pac head of Zara Fashion.
Wow.
For his retail
Wow.
operations.
Wow.
He picked up the HR guy from, I don't remember now, but it was one of these apparel fashion fellows only. So, once that shift happens, the whole structure also changes. The operations also change. Sorry.
So, what makes a person who was actually into manufacturing give it up and then, go into education and then get elevated to dean of a reputed institute,
I think it was whatever, 12, 15 years that I ran the business. First 12 years were exciting in terms of creation, new designs, new stuff, etc. I think when we scaled up a little bit, somewhere I started feeling that I'm becoming an administrator. The creative element is going out.
Yeah.
I'm running away from vendors who are asking me money, and I'm running behind customers to give me money. And,
Yeah.
so I think what do you say? Every day wanting to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning in a factory,
yes.
somewhere started becoming a burden.
Yeah.
So 2002 to 2005, I think that was a feeling. And It took 3 years to
Yes.
get a good deal for it.
Wonderful,
But,
wonderful. A huge round of applause. A huge round of applause. You know, it is only when you meet people who are in the field, who've been there, done that, and when they share their expertise, their knowledge, their experience, the real life story, that is when you get to learn. यार ये वेस्टर्न वुमेन खरीद क्या करती है और कितने तक की खरीद करती है और 35 की हो ना हो ऑनलाइन सर्वे में शायद 28 या 25 लिखेंगी. Let me call upon Jankar to come and felicitate our chief guest over here and Abhijit and Payal, and let's have a let's yes.
And are you comfortable? नहीं without कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. So, friends, 250 continuous episodes. Mean achievement? Definitely yes or no? Yes. Not a mean achievement, yes or no? Not a mean achievement, but a big achievement. Okay? And what would you call this? What would you call this an achievement as? Landmark achievement?
Historic.
Stupendous. Anything else from your side, sir?
Historic.
Great achievement. Would you not summarize this entire story as success?
Yes.
End of the story? And if you have to go in for elements of success, you require the conviction in the cause. Yes or no?
Yes.
You require the commitment. Yes or no? And you require the courage to carry on. These are very, very comfortably known facts, Tanvi. Say yes. Thank you. But we very conveniently forget two other elements which go and without which a success cannot be achieved. Continuity and consistency. And for which you need to give this team, where is the team? A big round of applause. Not for the conviction, not for the courage, not for the commitment, but for the fact that it was continuously Sunday on Sunday. Sunday on Sunday and consistently. When I was speaking to Payal, he said, एक बंदा भी आता था फिर भी हम करते थे.
Yes.
तो एक बंदा कौन था? Speaker और Payal. And in that small screen, they could accommodate both of them very well. But anyway, give them a very big hand for this. And having done this, I would like all the three to join their hands together to do the needful for our chief guest today. Sir, you really have honored this forum and the platform. I would like, Deepak, would you mind reading the citation?
Okay.
Or would you want me to do so?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, in recognition of your exemplary service and commitment to excellence, and for providing exceptional and innovative ideas in corporate management, Bloom Talks confers upon Dr. Kaustubh Dargarkar Vocational Excellence Award. Over to you, Jankar.
Thank you very much. And incidentally, we share two things. Don't laugh, please don't laugh. It is the most painful aspect of my life. And he probably has made it as a fashion, since he spoke on fashion. And to me, I'm stressed every night. when I go to sleep.
I'm joining you all very soon, very, very soon.
You didn't ask me what is the second thing I shared with him. The school.
Oh,
The school. We come from the same school.
right.
Let me see that. Let me see
The
that.
thing is that Matunga Gymkhana Katta.
There are many other things that the whole evening will go in that.
Yeah.
But we have got something much better to do today. We have got three achievers, and the founders and the co-founders may take the seat there. We have got three lovely ladies here who have achieved exceptional landmarks, and we need to recognize them. And I need to also tell you that the fact that their achievements really surpass so many things that, honestly speaking, and I'm very, very honest about it, it'll really take a lots and lots of time. But suffices to say that we are going to put up and pick up some high points so that everybody knows what you are made of, I would say that, what metal you are made of, correct? So may I please call upon Dr. Swapnalekha Basak. Dr. Basak, a big hand for her being here. And ask me why there were only 3 ladies who have been chosen. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Why only ladies have been chosen?
It was being planned on Women's Day, actually.
Because the founder is a lady. Can't you understand that? If there is something known as a bias, corporate bias, and to alleviate any discrimination, she needs the needful. Yeah? Well, any which way, not the fact, but we always, I want to change this narrative from women empowerment to women encouragement. And I think we need to go home with that. When we say women empowerment, somewhere at the back of my mind, I accept that a woman is not empowered. And I, as a male species, is trying to do something great to empower her. No, absolutely not. They are on par, they are better, and beyond. Today, we are talking about women encouragement more than the empowerment, because yes, society needed that extra dollop to encourage the women to do what they are doing exceptionally well. So let me just give you a little insight into Dr. Basak. Can I read the whole thing, ma'am? I'm sure standing that for that long is not that bad for you. So Dr. Basak has close to 3 decades of experience in the industry managing people and building and running non-profit and for-profit social enterprises. She is also a community builder, a teacher, an academic and researcher, and a student for life. And he is a teacher as well. Yeah?
He just did a course in design thinking for us.
Look at that. Look at that. Multidisciplinarian, an academic assimilation, workplace, well-being, engineering, management, music, counseling, and the list goes on. Okay? She was a country head, human resources for SAS India, an American multinational and a leader in business intelligence, authored a textbook known as Human Resource Management at a very young age, founder of non-profit Computer Shiksha, aiming to bridge the digital divide, awarded Woman of Substance. And when she goes, yet another award, Bloom Talk Award. Presenting to you, Dr. Swapnalekha Basak. And may I please call upon all the founders and also the chief guest to join us in handing over the citation. And I would love you to read this, sir.
Before I hand it over, I'll read it. Global Humanitarian Award for her immense and invaluable contribution in DEI and making an incredible difference in the lives of many, for her continued efforts in creating a greater impact by holding an apex position in the country, we present on this day, 1st June 2025, celebrating 250 undented Bloom Talks, Mumbai.
Thank you so much.
She was trying to whisper, I could hear it, but I wanted to be pulling her leg a little more. We have Miss Sakina Bedi, and ma'am, you be seated until I tell you to do so. Yeah, please around. Mrs. Sakina Bedi works as a chief spokesperson and a cause advisor in education and career development with National Federation of the Blind Maharashtra's NFBM Jagriti School for Blind Girls, Arandi Devachi, Pune. Is that right, ma'am? Thank you very much. She is also the founder and the managing principal of Intellectual Asset Management, a financial services and investment advisory company. Have I missed out anything? Thank you so much. Keep on doing that, yeah? And moreover, ladies and gentlemen, she is a co-founder, director of Intellectual Foundation, Endowment and Social Innovation Enterprise. Mrs. Sakina has to her credit more than 27 years of professional and work experience. May I please call upon you, ma'am, to the stage to be honored. I'm trying to extend my hand to you. Please, thank you. Come here. And may I call upon the chief guest of today, along with the founders, to do the needful and honoring. Let me continue before I call upon the third recipient. She has been a recipient of several awards. National Award for Empowerment of Persons with Disabilities, given to her by Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Government of India, and also Bloom Talk Award 250 to be very honest. And we have something very interesting. Squadron leader. When I say squadron leader, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? What's the first thing that comes to your mind, considering the fact it's all in the air today? What's the first thing that comes to your mind when I say squadron leader? Could you ever believe that a squadron leader could be a voiceover artist? Squadron leader, sitting in the cockpit, and whatever you see, yeah? Could you ever believe that a squadron leader could be taking up a cause of LGBTQ+? Can you also believe that the squadron leader could be a good stage artist? Do you also believe, and could you also believe, that she has written and she is today pursuing the cause for LGBTQ+? I think I've given enough of it. May I please call upon you, ma'am? Very proud to have somebody from the armed forces. Considering the emotions which run high today after Operation Sindoor, we really salute you, ma'am. And yet, let me formalize the whole thing with this small little talk. Squadron leader Dilshad Master is an Indian Air Force veteran and served the nation in numerous forward fighter bases for over 10 years. A big hand to this lady. By education, she is a strategic defense analyst and has earned a degree in management from IIM Indore. Yet another big hand. Her transition started from cockpit to being a radio jockey. Where are we now? Where are we from cockpit to radio jockey? Dilshad, how do you do that? And yet we talk about women empowerment. Do they need any empowerment? I need a yes or no on you. Do you need any empowerment for you, all of you? Definitely not. You need to be encouraging every such person. She has written something, or she has propagated things. How many of you seen 50 Shades of? In today's world, we can be a little more freer. 50 Shades of Gay is what she has written. And she has also authored a book known as Queer Sensitization Catalyst. I mean, she is propagating that cause, and she has written this book known as Help, My Kid is a Queer. Today, by virtue of legislation, we are accepting all genders. Today, by virtue of legislation, you are compelled to accept the diversity, inclusion, and so on and so forth. Today, when we say that he is differently oriented, it's a wrong way of putting it. Somebody can put you behind bars. Because it is his orientation as good as your orientation as a woman and my orientation as a man. So that is an orientation, all right. It is a born orientation and you cannot help it. There's nothing you can do about it. It's best that the society accepts it and we carry on with a great amount of pride for them. Yeah? So there have been some such people coming from cockpit, getting to be an RJ, getting on the stage, and now fighting for the cause for the queers and LGBT. Sir, do the needful for the honored guest today. We had a fourth awardee. Incidentally, unfortunately, she couldn't make it. She had some personal reasons to do so, and very, very proud of you. Before we go home with this, I would like you to respond for 5 minutes. I would like you to respond, Sakina ji, for 5 minutes, and I would like you to respond for 5 minutes. So there you go. The mic is all yours. Can I? Okay, you want that way? Sakina ji, आप आइए मेरे साथ. आइए, आप बैठे. आपको इस अवार्ड के बाद क्या लग रहा है, कैसे लग रहा है, आपका कार्य जो भी है, आपने क्या किया, आगे क्या करना चाहते हो, वगैरह वगैरह हम जानना चाहते हैं आपसे.
Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity here. Actually, यहाँ पे इतना laughter है ना, continuously जब से मैं आई हूँ मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है क्योंकि what I found interesting in the name of your organization is the word bloom. To bloom someone is to give them a purpose to be happy in life. And at the NFBM Jagriti School for Blind Girls, what we are trying to do is to try and make the lives of the rural, visually impaired girl children across the state of Maharashtra and neighboring states more meaningful and purposeful, and more importantly, more blooming and happy. That's the idea with which this institution was founded on 4th January 1989 with 5 girls, a small tin shed, half constructed, and very, very poor conditions for those children to live in. Today, we have 171 students with an approach of KG to PG. The educational complex, that is NFBM Career Oriented Education Campus for the Blind, located at Alandi Devachi, Pune, is a 2 acres campus which houses a school, a state-of-the-art hostel facility, and a skill development center, which basically supports these kids not only with normal SSC board curricular education, but along with that, we also provide them with skills in information technology, linguistic skills where girls learn to speak in English, German, Spanish, so on and so forth, along with Hindi and Marathi, of course. बेचारों को बहुत ज़्यादा burden करते हैं हम लोग कभी-कभी, but that apart. Table tennis and chess are the sports which we teach them, along with self-defense and yoga. Meditation is also a part of our daily routine. And along with all these, we also teach them life skills to live their lives independently, in spite of all their challenges. So, and then once they pursue standard 10th, we also encourage them to enroll under our skill development center, where we conduct courses like voice modulation, web accessibility testing, recruitment consultancy and headhunting, and so on and so forth, so that the girls get additional skills along with pursuing their higher education. Small achievements of this institution in the last 35 years. In the year 2023, June of 2023, one of my students, Miss Sakshi Amritkar, went to the Indian Institute of Management, Indore,
Wow.
to pursue her MBA in human resources. Today she has been convocated and has come back with a job offer with Tata Administrative Services. So that is one success story amongst many such girls. Like I've had 435 kids approximately pass out with 100% result year on year ever since the year 1998, both in HSC and SSC examinations, which the girls have given. And large number of our girls are employed today in various sectors like banking, finance, insurance, along with web accessibility, digital accessibility, data entry, communication, so on and so forth. Many, many sectors where the kids are doing extremely well. One of our children is also an MPSC clearant, working in the GST department in Pune. So a lot of such achievers who've done well. And I feel that with this, like for me, the blooming is in the fact that my child blooms. The kids bloom, and we as a team, like today I have my colleague Savita and I have my colleague Sneha with me. And as a team, we have decided that the purpose of our life is to bring as much cheer and as much happiness and meaning to these kids' lives. So it feels great. Just last week I was at the naming ceremony of one of my children's children, and it was feeling really nice. I'm only 28, okay? So, in spite of that, we have a large number of such wonderful events to attend to, wonderful things to look forward to, and these kids, main thing. I invite each one of you sitting here to come and see our work and bless us, encourage us, look at our kids doing well in life and be happy.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
calling me.
Thank you. One question before you leave us, Sakina ji.
Sir.
In today's day and age of AI, we have AI on our phones and we talk to it and we use it regularly. How are visually challenged children coping up with this?
Oh, we do the same, except that you look at the screen, we listen to the screen. So I am on Instagram, I am on LinkedIn, I am on WhatsApp. Of course, Sneha helps me to do a lot of visual management of those pages. But please do follow me on Instagram. I am very much there.
Wonderful.
You'll get to know a lot of activities
You
of our
have 50
school.
new followers today from
Please
this room.
Please do. It'll be so nice. It'll be a pleasure to see all of you on that platform. And believe you me, you guys are also going to enjoy following me on Instagram or on LinkedIn for that matter, because they're going to be lovely posts. We are doing a series called Stories Beyond Vision right now, which basically highlights many of my children's success in life.
We all love to follow 28-year-old women,
Oh, please do. Please do. That will be so nice. And yes, it'll be great to work with all of you. So do visit our institution whenever possible. Thank you, Dr. Swapnalekha, for introducing me to this forum. Unfortunately, because I have to travel long distance and go back to Pune, because I have a very important meeting in Alandi tomorrow, I will have to take your leave. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you
me.
for joining us.
I think this card came for you, helping. Your life purpose involves teaching, guiding, and helping young people. I think it came directly for you.
Yes, Doctor.
Thank you so much. From tin shed to a huge monumental structure, and from KG to PG. What a way that journey could have been. May I please call Dr. Basak? Am I pronouncing your name properly? Thank you. Your response.
So just interrupt me after 7-8 minutes if I...
5.
Okay, 5. So thank you so much for having me over here. And I cannot tell you the amount of respect that I have for Bloom Talks. That's the one thing I'll tell you, because I know what it takes to go on for 250 weeks, on and on. And hats off to you, and great things are created and done by folks like you, who are so consistent and go on. Because it's the little things that we do consistently is what makes big things. So I just sat and thought, what are the 2-3 things that I would want to talk about? So first is, yes, I've had a career in the corporates, and I stepped out at the age of 36, near burnt out. And then thankfully, I did better things in life than just being an HR head. So 2012, we founded Computer Shiksha. We say that we are focused on bridging the digital divide because me and my partner, Dr. Rakesh Suri, two of us started it. Both of us were from the IT industry and we were all very passionate teachers. And one of the things that applies to me is that Computer Shiksha services 10 lakh children in the country. So we started in 2012, again on the 5th of May, under a tin shed, 50 degrees, doing computer literacy for children, where they sat and learned how to use a computer at a computer, not like reading from it. And the first, when we started, was we would take the computers to the school, set up a class, 20 children would come in, we'll do 2 lessons every week, and then we'll do 2 more schools in 1 week. So that's the way it was. But then we realized that reaching to 1,500 kids meant equipment worth 8 lakh rupees. So we realized this is not for our country. So then we changed the model and we created self-learning videos of the entire course. You could check out the Computer Shiksha YouTube channel. The courses are all uploaded over there in 7 languages. And we started telling corporates that give us your hand-me-down old computers and laptops. We'll set up a lab in the schools and we'll train one person who just needs to be computer literate himself or herself. And they would just use the self-learning videos to teach the children. We keep the certification process with ourselves so that we ensure that education quality is maintained. And we've moved from 2012 to 2025 now to 10 lakh children now. We intend adding another 10 lakh children this year. But the big goal for us is that we want to reach 1 crore children by 2026-27, and which is what I'm mentioning to you. For that, we would need 40 crores in terms of funds. And we would need to work with governments to give us all their schools at one go so that we could start, 500 schools with one state at one time. So the request to all of you over here is threefold. One, if in case you have friends in the CSR community who work for organizations for whom education and digital literacy is an imperative, please introduce them to us. All donors who work with us have never left us till now. The second is that if you know CTOs and CIOs who are taking care of the entire IT infrastructure, please introduce them to us. We are happy to take away all their IT kuda, as they say, and give them, that certificate for having responsibly taken care of them. That. And the second is, if in case you would know, in progressive states, where you know either bureaucrats or politicians, especially finance or education ministers, who can help us actually reach Computer Shiksha to every school in the country. Today we service 680 districts out of a little less than 800 districts that we have. We are in all the 28 states. So anybody who wants to see our work can be just sent to one of the schools where Computer Shiksha is there for them to see. Pratyaksha hi praman hai, we know that. So that's Computer Shiksha. The second is, and as you said, I also got, after a few, when things go autopilot, you want to get out and do something new. So since I had kind of proven it that we can do a non-profit, so why not a profit? So I just mentioned to you that I was near burnt out when I stepped out. So I thought that, can I do something so that I could reverse that trend in the industry? And I started this in 2014 when nobody had heard about mental health. So when COVID came, then came our opportunity, and we are now starting to engage with a lot more organizations. And the purpose for which Sthir, we call ourselves Sthir, for which we exist, is to create organizations where the space that they work in is psychologically safe, and we work one step at a time. So small interventions, the whole idea is, can I make the entire space psychologically safe so that business and people both thrive? And I have to thank Bloom for one more thing. He's Saurabh over here. He's written a book on anger management. And one of the things that I've been trying to push is men's mental health, because for some reason it just never gets noticed, and there's a problem over there also. So that's the second thing with Sthir. The third is, as you were talking about women's empowerment and all that bit, what I think is that we don't need women's development, we need women-led development. Because I think that we've had enough of masculine actual range toxicity, and it's not for the men, it's in us also. So what the world needs is a little more feminine care and nurturing, and for that I started a forum called Bodhistri, and that's how I know Sakina so well, because I think that it's women like Sakina who have actual bodh of who they are. Bodhistri. These are the women who will actually create a world tomorrow which will be safer and much more beautiful for us to live in than where we are right now. And since you are here, Squadron Leader, next month is the Pride Month. So at Sthir, we are driving, this month, sorry, June is today. And so we are driving that we've had diversity, we've had, yes, inclusion, tick in the boxes. But again, since I come from the psychologically safe place, I'm saying it's time for us to now build belongingness within organizations where they don't have a seat at the table, they have a voice and they're heard also. So that's some of the work that I do. So thank you so much. Even I'm there on LinkedIn. Anybody wanting to connect, have a conversation, please. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to you one more time. And I keep saying this to everybody whenever we talk about purpose. And we started our journey today with purpose. And this is something which has come to us for last so many years from various Sanskrit texts. And I must have been repetitive about it. Ahar, Nidra, Bhaya, Maithunam. Ahar, poop. Nidra, sleep. Bhaya, fear. And Maithunam is to have sex or for reproduction. It's done by every living being in life. Every living being has these four things in common. All these, any other thing. You pick up anybody and he lives, breathes. He has this ahar, he needs to have his food, or her. Nidra, he sleeps or she sleeps. Bhaya, frightens. Security. And then reproducer. That's common with everybody. People, you and me, are differentiated from all the other living beings simply because we have this neocortex, which allows us to think, reason out things, logically and otherwise. And then when you have a purpose, that makes a difference. And these three ladies, and yet another, and many more here sitting here, have this selfless purpose. Selfless, believe me. A corporate executive leaving a job, thinking burnt out, doing something great. A person who has started from a tin shed, KG to PG, doing something great. And here I have squadron leader. From the cockpit to radio jockey. Your few things.
Good evening, everyone. And thank you very much, Bloom, for honoring me with this award. Thank you so much. Wonderful listening to you ladies. And I'll take a little bit from every speaker that spoke today evening. Basic being the theme, Bloom. And I'll talk a little about how I transitioned from the cockpit to what I do today in the LGBT space. When I started editing this magazine, 50 Shades of Gay, I started interviewing people from the community. So I did a lot of personal interest stories. And a common thread that ran across each and every person that I spoke to, irrespective of financial background, irrespective of rural, urban, irrespective of whether they spoke English, they came from the slums, anywhere, right? Every person from this community had thought of suicide, and most of them had even attempted it. Some were fortunate enough to be saved. Some, those who were successful with the suicide, I only got to speak to the parents or the siblings or the friends, right? And what I realized is people from this community, when we have any sort of illness or any sort of mishap, any sort of crunch, whether it's financial, whether it's physical, whether it's mental, your family and friends are the first to react. Your family and friends are the ones who stand by you. This is one community where the family is the first to leave, right? The family just lets go and says, I disown you, or treat them in a way where they do not belong, right? And of course, all the mental issues that follow are exemplified when it comes to people from this community. So that is when I decided not to work with people from the community, but rather to work on the outside, which is how queer sensitization catalyst. So what a catalyst does is it accelerates the chemical process, right? That's what in chemistry we know a catalyst to do. And that's where I found my calling. You know, this is one community which does not have a voice on the outside. There are many, many activists from the community who also get treated very shabbily, by the way. Not many people respect them. Nobody wants to listen to them because everybody says, Ajay, tum to acha bologe. You to belong to the community, you're obviously going to say good things, right? And therefore, I don't work with people from the community directly, but I work to, like our chief guest spoke about that mind shift, you know, when it went from jewelry to fashion, right? I want people to open up their minds and bloom in a way, right? To shift from, you know, this is not the way it should be. You can either be male or female, or you know, you have to be heterosexual. To the possibilities are endless. It's a big spectrum. So if other minds, the cisgender heterosexual minds, bloom and step out of their mold of, you know, binary, right? Male or female, only heterosexuals permitted. If we step out of that, we can do so much for the community. And like again, Deepak ji spoke, he said, women don't need to be empowered, they just need encouragement, right? Again, for the people from this community, they just need to be seen, nothing else. If you just see them as individuals, if we stop concerning ourselves with another person's gender, identity, or sexuality, I think that's enough. The problem is we associate everything with others. You know, we want to gossip about others. We feel ashamed if our friend belongs to the LGBTQI community. So the shift has to come in us, not in them. They are absolutely perfect the way they are, right? So that blooming is what I work towards. And for me, that wow moment, or that really amazing moment, is when I counsel the parents of people from the community or friends from the community. And when that shift happens, right, the shift that you spoke of, the mindset shift happens, that yes, I accept my child the way they are. That's my wow moment, and that's what I work towards. I don't have the numbers, the kind of numbers that you all have, but one family at a time, and one family at a time. If that shift happens, I think we can all live in a much more inclusive and beautiful world. So thank you once again, Bloom. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dilshad. When you said one family at a time, it took me back to 1st September, was it, Payal? 5th September 2020. First episode of ours. One episode at a time, that has brought us to 250. So that has given us the numbers. A huge round of applause for all our 3 award winners here. Thank you, all 3 of you, for joining us. Thank you for blessing us. Thank you for sharing your stories with us. And thank you for being an inspiration and motivation for everybody who is here. Now it's the time to celebrate. Anyone hungry? You want to break? So even if you have, but when we have Dilshad over here, you know, I can't say ladies and gentlemen. So I have to say people. Everyone. Yeah. So we were in a program with one of the leading, world's leading speakers and facilitators. He introduced this concept to us a few years ago. He said, whenever as a speaker or as an anchor or as a host, if you are addressing a community, please avoid saying ladies and gentlemen. Say all you lovely people, everyone. So, you know, at that point, everybody is included. It's all about inclusion instead of putting it into compartments or saying this or that. So the reason we have gathered over here, of course, it's our 250th episode celebration, but it's a very special occasion. It's the launch of our 3rd book. And we have a collection of first-time authors, people who have written their story for the first time, who have shared their experience for the first time, who after walking out of this hall in the evening will go and call themselves published authors. Now there are a few multiple published authors over here, and right in front of me is Brigadier Bhasin. 6 books? 6 books. 6. What I'll do is, I'll just ask him his feeling when he became the author for the very first time. It's like your own baby, no? Your first baby, your first book. When you see your name on the book, oh, my book, this is my baby. Brigadier sir, what was the feeling when you did had held a copy of your book for the first time?
Yeah, so the first time this courier got that packet, and I knew because it was labeled like that, my hands were literally trembling to open it. And I had a very close friend. We were talking about the book when the courier came in. So he said, "Can I help you open it?" I said, "No, I'll do it myself." And then the first copy, he tried to grab it. I said, "No, please, first copy I want to feel it." And I'm telling you, what he's saying is difficult to explain. But yes, when you have put in a lot of effort in writing the book, particularly those days when there was nothing called ChatGPT, you had to write it yourself. Of course, I had a book coach, and he helped me a lot. And I always suggest to people who are writing, don't take on that job for yourself. However good you may be in your English and your grammar, in your ideas, but to put them across, to make them marketable, I call it readable, to make the book readable, to have a flow in it, you need a professional guidance of people who have done that. So that really goes well. And I went in for a person called Satish Purohit. I've used his services for 2 books, and I'm very happy. So what he's saying is, yes, authors, that feeling is great. And what is that feeling? Well, it is a feeling of accomplishment. It's a feeling of satisfaction. And it's a feeling that can't be described. Thank you.
You know, even after writing 6 books, it is difficult to describe how you feel when you see your name on a book which says co-author or author. At this point, let me call upon all our co-authors who are here in this room. Please come and join us here on this imaginary stage, because we had a small room and we couldn't, manage a stage in the place. So everyone over here who is part of this chapter, welcome. Venkatesh, Satish, come. Where's Naveen? Yeah, Payal just went out to leave. Yes, Aarti, do join in. Please come. What we will do is, each of us will grab a copy and we will officially unveil our 3rd book today, and for a few of you, your first book today. Please join us, sir. Yes. 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 Please join in. Yes. Please. Although I have a chapter in the book, but because I am standing and doing this, नहीं बिल्कुल साथ में है ना, साथ में चलिए हाँ, yes, okay. So Payal also should join. There she is. Yeah, Payal. You are missing the pink color. Get all these photos. So at the count of 3, everyone. 1. Our book publisher. Yes, please join us. Rajneesh. Okay, so everybody please stay over here. Okay, so what I would request is, For all the people for whom this is the first time, this is their first book, please stay here. For all those of us who have already written a chapter or a book, just step aside and then I will call you all on stage again. Okay? So for all those whom this is the first time, first, बिल्कुल पहली बार, पहली बार जब प्यार किसी से होता है. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. All of us have a story. Of course, we would like you to. By the way, the book is live on Amazon. So I will share that link of Amazon. Just forward it to your friends, family, relatives. I'm telling you, none of them are going to buy it. Everybody will want a free complimentary copy. That's the way it is. That's the journey of every author. That is how life begins. Signed copy. हाँ, मतलब pocket में भी चाहिए और sign भी चाहिए दोनों. Yeah, but that apart. When you all received that invite from Payal, asking you to write a chapter in a co-authored book, what was that feeling? I know you may not be able to put it in words, but that first thought.
I will certainly be able to put it into words. So yes, thanks to Payal, because that itch in the mind was always there, that I need to write, I need to have a voice beyond the classrooms and the... Dr. Kaustubh, allow me to take it further. So I'm an educator by profession, 23 years into education now, a trainer, science trainer and beyond from past around 10-11 years, speaking in various forums, but nothing is enough. So I always felt that there is a need where I need to put it forth. And when I was in 9th standard, I remember, I don't even know whether I wrote that or those lines I never forget, you know that. The lines were, वो हंसी वो कहे वो मस्तियाँ गुम हो गई, वो हंसी वो कहे वो मस्तियाँ गुम हो गई, गिनते गिनते हादसों की गिनतियाँ गुम हो गई, जो अंधेरों में दिखाते थे सभी को रास्ते, आज उन खंभों की सारी बत्तियाँ गुम हो गई. अब take a pause and listen to this. Very, very crucial. भूख बेकारी से लथपथ डिग्रियों का शव लिए क्या बताएं कैसी कैसी हस्तियां गुम हो गई. Those were in 9th. Imagine how I lived with that, because the classrooms stayed the same. Over so many years, it stayed the same, and I realized more than skills being talked in boardrooms, there has to be a voice which bridges the classrooms and the boardrooms. And thanks Payal, thanks Bloom for giving me this opportunity. This was my thought. I grabbed it and here I am.
Wonderful. I did not know that आप ऐसी thyroid लिख के और बोल भी सकती हैं, extempore भी. Next time, whenever you are joining us for a meeting, please prepare a list of these, because आपको हमारे सामने ये करना पड़ेगा. बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल. Thank you, Shipra. And her family is here to support her. So, a huge round of applause for her family who is here. Just if you could just stand, yeah. Just introduce them.
My husband Alok, my daughter Swadhya, my son Anhad.
Son Anhad, wow,
Yes,
wow, what a name.
yes.
Wonderful. Please
Thank you.
take your seats
Thank
now.
you so much.
So before I introduce our next speaker, our next co-author, the design of this front page, the top cover, the design of all three covers of our all three books, two books, has been done by Aarti Narayan. So if you are looking for somebody to design, Aarti Narayan is the person to contact and connect with. Aarti, your story.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. What I can say, I felt a lot of gratitude when Payal reached out to me. And I did have a story, but I was really not very keen on putting it out. Because personally, I felt, let my work speak. When others recognize, let them talk about it. And it so happened. And when I think I was one of the fastest author I don't know. I did it at a very real quick because we've been writing a lot of brand stories for others. So we have got that understanding what works, what doesn't work, and very quickly was able to churn out a chapter for Payal. And all I can say is what I felt while writing. I felt I have gone through the fire, exactly what this cover says, and I have gone through that transformation, what Bloom stands for, and emerged blooming with the support of my family, my friends, my clients, and all well-wishers. And that's all I would like to say is, you all have a story. You all have your own power. Come out, share it to the world, and let them inspire more people. Let your story be an inspiration for more people so they are more inspired. Thank you.
Thank you, Aarti. And let me introduce, she looks 18, right? So 28 or 35 की बातें नहीं करते हैं. So Megha. Megha was the first one to submit her chapter when we started the process. सबसे पहला chapter Megha का आया. One, again, the same question.
I didn't know this.
So, I mean, I'm telling you. So, one, many a times, as Aarti said, you know, all of us have a story, all of us have a message, but why do I tell the world? Who will read my story? Why are even people bothered listening to me? What gives you that spark? Is that invite which gives that spark, or is there something else? Is there a fire inside the belly? Something that tells you, "Arey, चल मौका है इसको उठा लेते हैं." How do you decide that, yes, I want to contribute?
So that's another story behind that.
Wonderful.
So I had been to a corporate event where I was handed over a book which had stories of women thought leaders.
Wonderful.
While I was reading that book, I felt, how about sharing one mind one day?
Yeah.
And this was just 1.5 months before I jumped into writing this book. And I think that was already there, and it got manifested when I read about, sharing my story here. So I think that's how I started writing this book. And when I started writing this book, I think it's real experiences of my life that I've shared in this book. And whoever who's trying to move forward or is looking for an inspiration, this book will definitely give them some kind of encouragement and different perspective on life, which is my journey of life. As a background of who I am, I'm a chartered accountant with 15 years of work experience and ex-banker. My journey is already described in the book, so I think that's.
Please read her chapter to understand her journey and then learn from her experience. Yeah, Megha. Yes.
So I think this is how I jumped into writing this book.
Thank you, wonderful. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, and I think this book is also. I'll tell you a little bit on what happened while I was writing this book. So I started with, what should I write? Who's going to read? And how should I start about writing? And there was a gentle push, I think, from Bloom entire team, telling us to just put our thoughts on paper. And that's how I started writing. I had no flow in my book initially. I just penned down everything what came to my mind, and then rereading it and, taking some support from some friends who guided on the flow and all. I think it came out very well finally. And I think while writing the book, I have relived my life again, because it was a complete reflection of the choices that I've made in my life, challenges that I faced, and whatever I am is there in the book. I've mentioned everything in the book. So I think I've relived through these pages.
Wonderful. How many of you have heard about Carl Sagan? Carl Sagan, yeah? So there is a quote from Carl Sagan which says, "What a wonderful thing a book is." By spending $5, $10, $12, and he wrote this in 1970 or 80, you get to read about a whole life experience of the author. Here there are 15 life experiences in one book. $6.99 only. That is how you will convince your friends and family to buy the book online. So, Satish. Satish is joining us from Hyderabad. He is the chapter president of the Professional Speakers Association of India, Hyderabad chapter. And he has contributed a chapter in this book. Satish, tell us your story.
So, if I am good at one thing, I am very good at procrastination.
Wonderful.
So, when you introduced Megha, like you mentioned, she is the first one. I
Yes.
might be the last one to submit the chapter. I know the timeline. I know when I have to submit, but I am waiting for that push. What is it I have? I have 3-4 different thoughts to write, but what to write or how to write is where I got stuck.
Yeah.
That's when, as Sar was telling, what is the purpose? I started with that. Why do I first nominated myself? I
Yeah.
started with that, and then I took a couple of steps back and then, yes, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
I scrapped 2-3 versions, and that's where the chapter Dreams Unlimited came,
Yeah.
sharing my different experiences from my college till now
Yeah.
in different chapters.
Yes.
I mean, different subsections, not chapter. And yes, the trigger happened in 2024. PSS 2024, I got an opportunity to interview one of the author.
Yeah.
That's where I was like, when will I get an opportunity to be an author?
Yes.
And when will someone will take my interview?
Yeah.
That's where the trigger happened. But as I said, I'm very good at procrastination.
Yeah.
So I kept on holding. Like, okay, chalega, abhinay. That's
Yeah.
where, when that message from Payal came, I was like, I might be the first one to nominate, but I might be the last one to submit the chapter. Yes. Thanks once again for Bloom to giving the opportunity. Thank you.
ये अभी नहीं कभी नहीं पे गाना याद आया अभी माइक हाथ में है तो गाना तो बनता ही है सुनो कहो कहा सुना कुछ हुआ क्या अभी तो नहीं कुछ भी नहीं This guy is a character, really, I'll tell you. ये शिलोंग में रहता है. He was supposed to land yesterday, and yesterday Shillong was flooded. There was, overnight rains, and but the Guwahati was fully flooded. So he boarded a taxi to reach the airport, and then taxi wala told him, "Saab flight cancel karo." So he sent us a message कि मैं कल नहीं आ सक रहा हूँ. And today morning he landed. Next available flight पकड़ के पहुँच गया है because it is launch of the chapter of his book. Tell us your story, Naveen.
Thank you so much. First of all, I'd like to tell you that my eyes are already very dizzy because I got the wrong flight at 6 a.m. in the morning. So yesterday morning, I wake up at 3 a.m. and then went to the airport to board the flight. I reached Mumbai, and then somehow I'm here today with you all. But I would like to thank Mr. Abhijit Sansgiri because he gave me the chance. He messaged me that, Naveen, would you like to write a book? And that was my intention in 2020 when I had actually bought a new diary to write my first page.
Wow.
And I also wrote the chapter, the book title. I wrote 2-3 pages, but then I stopped because I didn't have the structure. And I had so much to write on. But when I talked with Payalji and she told me, Naveen, do you have something about to write? I said to her, I have so much to write on. I have so much. Because something happened in 2019 with me, which I have discussed in this book. And that has totally changed my life. Because before that, whatever anything happened to my life, to me, like some boys hit me on the road, or I am fixed in a land deal, or there is a business loss, I always used to take it and move on. Nothing to learn from. But what happened on 2019, that is what this chapter is all about. Is that where I learned that how we can find the silver lining in everything what happens to us.
Yes.
And that's what I have discussed in this book. And writing this book was something like I got my direction now. Because this was something like a manifestation which I always dreamt. I am in a WhatsApp community. I every day write articles, small articles that run. People don't want to read also. Sometimes I convert them. I have an app where I can paste the text there and the audio file will come out and then I send you, listen to this. And that I do.
Yeah.
But now I got to write a book. I'm very happy that now I'll go back, as he said, as a published author.
Yeah.
And I plan to write many more books with my own experiences.
Wonderful.
And thank you to all of you for making my day so special, because without you all, my day would have been something little smaller. But with you all, so many people here, and with these photos, I'll go back to Shillong.
Yeah.
And might be my family will proud for me.
Oh, most
Thank you.
definitely, you know. And I can tell you, from this day onwards, all your lives are going to change. And why am I saying that only to you five standing upon stage? There are 3 authors who couldn't join us because they were in different parts of the country and their books will go to them. There are these 5 other 6 people who are already published authors. I'll bring them ahead and we will speak to them too. But your life is going to change. The next time you are on a stage, you will be introduced as a co-author of a book, Born to Bloom. There's going to be a mind shift. People will think about you differently. They will talk about you differently. That is going to change. And it is not going to change tomorrow or the day next or the day after that. No. It will change over a period of time. But I'm sharing this because it is my experience. And about his thing of, you know, buying that diary and writing a title and, you know, probably 1 or 2 pages. The very first time I was inspired to write a book, I said, book likhna kaun si badi baat hai? Everything is here. All I need to do is sit in the front of the computer and thak, to 2 घंटे में किताब तैयार हो जाएगी. That first kitab of mine is still on the desktop. The first 2 chapters, 6 साल पहले से वहीं पर है और अभी तक वहीं पर है. It's the second book of mine which got published first because things happen. So the next target for all 5 of you is going to be your own book which says Shipra Chawla or Aarti Narang or Megha Shivakumar or Satish Venkatesh Kola or Naveen Singhania. Your name written on the book. That is going to be your next target, next identity. That's it. You've arrived. A huge round of applause for all our first-time authors. Yes.
Thank you for inspiring. Yes, I'm very motivated now to have a book with my name. I want to just add the work behind the scenes because I have seen Payal, Deepak ji, Abhijit ji working for this book. And a huge round of applause for all 3 of them. A big hand for them. ऐसा नहीं चलेगा, ठंडा है. जोरदार तालियां दीजिए. They deserve it. If this book is out, it's because of them and I've seen them working really very hard. I've known Payal since many years, since the time I've done her branding. I've known Bhavna ji and Brigadier sir. So nice to see you today again. And I want to say, I have known the stories they have gone through. And despite the challenges, yet they have done this event today is a big, big thing. Thank you very much, everybody.
Yes, please. It's your stage, it's your day, it's your evening.
Thank you so much, Deepak ji. The title of the book is Born to Bloom. Don't you feel that I look as if I'm born from bloom?
Yes.
That's so sweet. Yeah. So I will definitely use this platform. It's a God gift that I would like to pre-launch my next book.
Wonderful.
Which is titled as A Race to Evolve. And that is being inspired by my daughter. Her birthday is on 27th October and I'm going to launch that book.
Wonderful,
Hopefully on
wonderful.
that day. Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
Thank
Once you give your mind a target, once you give it a date, it will keep on doing it for you. So, yeah. No, please stay on stage. Let's call our other authors. All our other authors who've contributed a chapter. Please stay on stage. Please join us on stage. First of all, bless all these 5 first-time authors. Yes. Yeah. Payal, come. Come, Payal.
Any support you need, I am there to help.
Yeah. नहीं नहीं रुकिए ना रुकिए. If you have to leave, please go ahead. Otherwise, yeah, 5 minutes. So I'll go to the most beautiful lady on the stage first. Bhavna.
Thank you, Deepak ji.
Thank you, Bhavna. So, first of all, Bhavna is such a wonderful person if you really get to know her. And we've known each other since our very first Sam Cawthon's boot camp, which we did together. And that connection has stayed. Ritu is here. She will understand what I am talking about connection because she is also from Sam. Ritu, just stand up. A huge round of applause for Ritu. Thank you. Yeah. So, Payal, Brigadier Sir, Bhavna, me, Abhijit, Ritu.
Behind you.
Dr. Anita. Dr. Anita,
Suman.
our very own angel, and of course, Suman. Online? Online kiya. Okay, yeah, we did the physical boot camp. Yeah. All of us were in the same batch, yeah. So, Bhavna, you've written a chapter before.
Yes.
This is your second, third?
Third.
Third. You have an actual book of yours too?
Not yet.
No, three co-authored books.
Yes.
Share us your experience of writing the first chapter in the first book and the difference now. हाँ ये तो मैं कर लूँगी क्या है 2 बार पहले कर चुकी हूँ ऐसा.
No, my very first experience was very different from what Brigadier shared about his experience. I am, well, to be very honest, I've been presenting internationally. I have been a speaker. I've been publishing articles in my industry, in my sector. Everything has been done and I thought, yeah, okay, it's easy. But to be very honest, I was very, very nervous. I felt transparent, almost like naked, you know. So I wrote and then I would, I don't want to share this, you know. So I kept doing that back and forth. And to be very honest, if it was not Speakers Tribe Group, I don't think I would have had the courage to go out and write. So it was childlike awe that yes, I'm going to be author. And one exciting thing that was there for my first co-authored book launch was it was launched on my birthday.
Oh.
So I was super excited. And I kept, after the book was published, then I kept telling everyone, hey, I'm an author. And like Deepak said, very rightly, I took my book and sent to all women leaders across the globe. To the prime ministers, presidents, and head of the state. I was so awestruck when they started replying to me. So yes, your voice is there and people are listening. People are reading. So that really, really encouraged me, empowered me, and made me feel that I am not silent or I'm not in a corner in a room. People want to read your story. So that was my very first experience. And this time, yes, Payal called up one fine day, and I think she had a whole big pitch ready. She said, listen, we're coming up with a co-authored book, and I wanted to invite. I said, yeah, okay. Now, she didn't get the satisfaction of, her story. No, but you know what? There'll be so many writers, and you need to. I said, yeah, okay, Payal. Then probably she thought I didn't hear it right. So she's repeating again, the deadline is this, and this is this, and we really have to. I said, yeah, Payal, okay. so I think she could not believe that, yes, I've agreed in such a short span of time. I agreed. And then, as always, I got lost. There's so much in life in this young age of 18. So what to share, what not to share was such a big question. Now, the title of the book is Born to Bloom. But my story is about pausing, about letting go, about slowing down. But because I strongly believe even that is the part of blooming. Bloom doesn't have to be flashing.
Yeah.
Bloom doesn't have to be out there and sparkling, Today's day and age, I feel there's so much about performance, about polish.
Yes.
I just wanted to share something very real and raw, that my story is the mango tree. And why I chose a title like that, even my daughter was asking, why mango tree? What is mango tree, So I said, here I strongly believe about my values because I see something about being rooted, being grounded.
Yeah.
There are seasons, there are storms. So despite all of that, taking very little, The mango tree is just giving and giving. So I see so much of reflection in this about my own life. And number two is that the story is that, and then secondly, why now? Why when she asked, I readily agreed and said, yes, I'll do it. Because I thought this is the time I have taken to go into silence, to look back at my journey with clarity. And I thought, yes, I have something to share that matters and that may encourage and inspire someone somewhere who's going through a storm, who is fighting a battle, or who's silent and sitting in a corner in a room. So that is my little bit about the story.
Thank you, Bhavna, for sharing that. And for those of you who may not know or may not be aware, all three books of ours have the word bloom in the title, in the main title. And it wasn't some brainstorming which led to the title of the book. It was some conversations happening where the word bloom was used in that sentence, and then we said, oh wow, this is a good title. That is how Born to Bloom was formed. That is how your blooming life was, that is how it was birthed. I just want to take upon one thing which Bhavna said. She said, I took a copy and I sent a copy each to all these big world leaders, prime ministers and probably change makers and influencers. Brigadier Bhasin has a story like that. One of his books has a recommendation written by Brian Tracy. Brian Tracy. Share with us that story, Brigadier Sir. Of course, this story and the Brian Tracy story.
Okay, so let me come to the Brian Tracy part later. But firstly, I'm very, very honored to be here among such beautiful authors. And it's a matter of pride for me to be here. Payal said, sir, a book likhni hai. I said, done. So there was no further conversation. She knew ki, although I'm not a man of few words, but there he was. Okay. So this book now is really speaking not just a book. It's basically hearts.
Yes.
It is, stories from 25 different hearts beating together. And all of these stories have a little bit of fragrance, of resilience, of transformation, of giving, of contributing. All these stories will have that. And that is where it all gets threaded together into a beautiful garland. As far as my little contribution is concerned, I have talked about the essence of leadership, taking lessons from the military leadership and executing them in the corporate or in a normal life. What I want to say to all of you is that do buy this book, not for my chapter, but for all the chapters who have such beautiful stories. And when you buy this book, you will be on the way to blooming more than what you have bloomed, because I feel very proud of being in a garden where you are not only blooming, you are helping others to bloom too. So let's do that. And I want to tell you that blooming is not a privilege. It's a choice. And we'll strongly encourage you to make that choice and buy this book. And, it'll be a great help to this organization where 250 Sundays without any stop, there has been hard work, there has been toil, there have been ups and downs. I have been on a Sunday on a show where there were just about 6 people. And then you looked around and you said, who's new? Because they're all organizers and maybe 2 more people. 2 more people.
Yeah.
But we didn't stop. That is I'm saying we, because although, the team will show you 3 people, but they like it or not, I'm a part of it.
Yeah, of course. Of course, one of our strongest pillars and supporters right since ever we started, Brigadier
Okay,
Bhasin.
so now, some of these authors have sent, and I'd like to support and, help each one of them through my experience to write more books and write a book of their own. So, actually, I'll take the story a little back to 2015 when I was attending a Tony Robbins workshop in Singapore. And in that workshop, half a day was given to a couple of other speakers and there were breakout rooms and you had to attend. And one of these speakers was Jerry Robert, who's supposed to be, or who's known to be a world-class book author. And he was doing a workshop on writing a book. So I chose to listen to him for some intuition that I wanted to write one day and it was not happening. So I said, sunte hain kya bolta hai. So when he got into the hall, he said, how many of you want to write a book? Please raise your hand. I'm asking you, how many of you haven't written a book and want to write a book? Raise your hand. Come on. Let me see. Ritu, how long have you been thinking of this? So he said, so a lot of people had put that, after all, they were there only because they wanted to write a book that they were in that room. So everyone was raising their hand. And so was I. Then he says, all of you who have been wanting to write a book for more than 2 years. So some hands dropped down, mine was still there. He said 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, my hand was still there. And then, probably there were younger people there. So the hands had dropped down to just a few more people. And then he stopped saying that. He said, how about you? How about you? I said, 20 years or more, I've been wanting to write a book. What stopped you writing? And then he asked everyone, why don't you write a book? And the answers were what? Answers were, what will I write on? Who will read my book? I write one essay and my teacher points out 20 mistakes in that. How will I write a book? Who will read that? And all that. So all such answers came, which I think most of us have these questions in our mind when we are hesitating to write a book. And then he came with the thing. He said, the problem with all of you is that you are wanting to write a perfect book. Start writing your first imperfect book. And then he said, the moment you decide to do that, just like what Shipwreck put a date to it, he says, put a date to it and make a commitment to at least somebody, friends of yours, who will ask you, where accountability will be there. कि तुमने तो कहा था किताब लिखेंगे कहाँ है? So I went to Facebook. I said, forget about telling 1 or 2 people. दुनिया को बोल रहा हूँ, मेरी book 31st December तक लिखी जाएगी. ठीक है? And I started. Somewhere in about October, my wife asked me, hey, you had said your book will be written by 31st December. कहाँ है? So like Deepak, सब है यहाँ, लिखा हुआ. He said, यहाँ नहीं, कागज पे होता है. मैं कहा नहीं, वो अभी लिखना है. So the year went by, there was no book, there was not even a start. Came Satish Purohit in a conference or somewhere, I met him. And when he was talking about the similar things, then I asked him, कि अब तो लिखनी है, tell me how much do you charge? He came to my place, I was his first client ever. And he didn't, like many of us, first time client, he didn't ask me for any money. I said, do one thing, take some advance. So he said, thank you. So I immediately took out my checkbook, cut a check of 25,000 rupees, gave to him. And I said, advance rakh le, baki baad mein dunga. He said, why did you do this? He asked me later when we became very good friends. I said, my wife would have told me, stop writing that book. You have never written it earlier. अब तो मैंने check दे दिया तो while से भी अब तो मैंने commit कर लिया तो करना ही पड़ेगा. So then when I said 31st December, but before 31st December, my book was written.
Wonderful.
Now, what Deepak is saying, I went here and there. Actually, Jerry Robert told us, he gave us an example of how somebody wrote a book. And this is very relevant to anyone who wants to write a book. A very good idea he gave. He says, make a list of all the people you think in the world are very influential. It could be the president of USA, it could be anyone. सबको लिख दो, उनके address देखो, उनको एक email लिख दो, and book भेज दो. And then he told us a story of an author who wrote a book and sent it to the Queen of England. And she got a response which really baffled her, where on a letterhead with that golden stamp of the
Queen of England.
Of the the what palace?
Royal Palace, Buckingham Palace.
Buckingham Palace. उसका stamp लगा हुआ है, Queen का नाम लिखा है, and it says that I have received the book. The Queen is very happy to have received your book. She's very busy, she's traveling. When she comes back, she will read the book and acknowledge it. and it was written by her PA. उसने उसका फोटोग्राफ लिया, वो सारा टेक्स्ट ब्लर कर दिया और अपनी बुक में छाप के she had just printed, like most of us print a few in the first run.
Yes.
Now she went out with a proper edition with the very big page of Queen's endorsement. Okay. Now this has happened if you try. My grandfather used to say कि लॉटरी तभी खरीदोगे अगर टिकट खरीदी है. तो जब टिकट नहीं खरीदी तो लॉटरी कैसे निकलेगी? So at least make that attempt. So in my second book, $1 Million Second, I had by now understood this, had experimented with some things. I wrote a letter to everyone who I respected or I was in awe of. So it started from Tony Robbins to Jack Canfield. Now, Jack Canfield was my first level contact, and I had met him. He had presented me a manual which I am very lucky to have because nobody can have that. It's not a published book. All that. Jack Canfield's office said he has stopped endorsing books. He'll not be able to do it. So, ठीक है. हमने बोला तुमने नहीं किया, doesn't matter, but doesn't stop me from asking. And so on. But from Brian Tracy's office, I got a message that I am on a very busy mission. I cannot do anything for 1 month. If you can wait for 1 month, I'll give it to you. But my publisher had given a deadline. The book was going. I told her. She said, "Agar आ गया 1 month तक तो ठीक है. Otherwise, maybe in the second edition we'll put it." I said, "Okay." Now, lucky for me, the publication got pended for some time, and instead of being published in May or June, it got published in August. And just before the book was going for the final print, I get an email. I got so surprised. It was from Brian Tracy giving his endorsement and then writing, "You can edit it as you like," which I didn't. I just copy pasted what he said. So I said, "अगर लिखोगे तो मिलेगा." मैंने तो प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी को भी लिखा था, मैंने अंबानी को भी लिखा था, मैंने आनंद महिंद्रा को भी लिखा था. Who stops you? So thank you very much.
Wonderful,
I think I've taken
wonderful.
a little longer.
Thank you for sharing that.
But, yeah.
There is one person actually who's sitting over there who's also part of the book. Jankar, join us on stage. You also have a chapter. Of course, मेरा भी एक chapter है, but please come. So let's listen from Meera. Meera is for the uninitiated Abhijit's wife, Meera Sansgiri, and whenever we tell her that we will call you up on stage, बोलती नहीं मेरे को नहीं बुलाओ, I don't want. She doesn't want to be in the limelight. What is her occupation, job? करती क्या है? She's a lawyer in the family court. पूरा दिन argument ही चलते रहता है. But here she doesn't want to come up on stage. But luckily she is agreed and she is here. Share us a little bit about your chapter.
Well, now that you've said I don't like to come here and talk, that's because you give me a lot of complex. It's easy to fight in the courts, but here speakers are really too good. So, well, today what I've written here is a very simple chapter. I'm a simple person and I write simple things. What is simple? That has been explained in a simple way in my chapter.
Wonderful.
Now, this was actually my father. This is a tribute to my father. I wanted to write a book for him. He expired 5 years back. He was my senior. And he was an excellent person, not only as a person, but as a profession. So when I joined the profession, he just told me 6 mantras to follow. He says, you know what? You don't have to be really great. I always felt that I'm too short. And I was too thin. Whatever I am, I was half the size when I started my practice. So I said, I'm not going to make an impression, So he says, you don't need to. You would only have to follow 6 principles, 6 mantras, which are very simple. Simple, that is sincerity, integrity, mindfulness. P is passion, listening skills, and enthusiasm. So I think that will leave.
Wonderful.
You could just read the chapter, and I think that is just enough for all professions. These 6 mantras are enough to make a mark, to become a good professional, whichever profession you are in.
Yeah.
So I think this book should help all the young professionals. When I have been following my father with these principles, I think all the youngsters and anybody who is starting any profession should read this chapter just remember my father while we're doing this, because he was a simple person.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank
And
you.
there's a simple reason for you to take action on the on the link which Deepak will give you to order the book.
Yes, Jankar. Jankar has a chapter, and just a little bit about your chapter.
Nothing much on the chapter,
Okay.
because I can see two things on the faces. A lot of love in somebody's eyes, and that is Abhijit Sansgiri when she was speaking.
Yeah.
And a lot of hunger on everybody's face. So
Yeah, dinner is still some time away.
I have written some few things. It is a mystery. And if you want to unfold that, please buy the
By
book.
the Wonderful, wonderful. Let's go to Saurabh. Yeah, the guy standing in that corner. And Swapnalekha also mentioned about Saurabh and his book. We will talk about that book later, but Saurabh, tell us about this chapter.
Okay, so this started in APSS Singapore when Abhijit sir, we had gone for that speakers conference. And that was the time when Abhijit sir, Payal started, chasing me to write a book, to write a chapter, sorry. And I'd recently finished my book, The Alchemy of Anger, which is about, transforming men's rage into resilience. And I was wondering, what do I write now? I was actually having a lunch or something in Singapore, and that was the time it struck me. We think that there are a lot of triggers to anger. Anxiety, stress, burden, the pressure. There's one trigger which we literally don't pay attention to or don't even focus on. That's the food.
Food.
Yeah.
Wow.
Being into the food industry, I'm saying this, that there is a lot about you, seen on the way what you eat.
Yeah.
And the food that we eat today, especially in an era where, the food is available just at the click of a button.
Yeah.
So, in such times when we are used to eating junk,
Yeah.
imagine how our mental and physical health is being shaped.
Yeah.
So this chapter is all about how food can shape you, how my journey has shaped me from being 107 kg to 88.
Wow.
And how it can actually transform your way of looking at anger.
Yeah.
Because when we eat better, we feel better, and then we respond, we don't react.
Wonderful, wonderful, superb. Saurabh, there is one very old saying in Hindi. Jaisa an, vaisa man. The food you eat actually makes who you are. Jaisa an, vaisa man. Thank you for sharing that, Dr. Saurabh. A huge round of applause for Payal. Payal, she's sitting here in this corner. Payal has a chapter. Payal, tell us about that chapter. But your sister is not there, so you're representing your sister. Yeah.
So, namaste everyone. I have a younger sister who is 6 years younger to me. Her name is Pearl.
Which means she's 12 years old now.
And she was very adamant, so I pushed her. And I've only written a chapter for her. Of course, raw content she gave me. And she's also a very simple person. And there are sibling rivalries. So, अगर मैं बाज़ार में जाती हूँ, I buy 3-4 things together, of course with quality in the market. She will buy once in a year, but she will buy a diamond. So her chapter is last, and it is a very nice chapter. She has written it with heart, and I've just polished it. So do read the chapter.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you.
Diamond and polishing. दोनों family में ही हो रहा है.
Also, congratulations, heartiest congratulations to all the authors. Because of you, this is happening. And to all our 249. Yes, Deepak sir.
Yeah, so please complete what you're doing.
So all 249 speakers who have led the path for 250th today.
Yes.
So gratitude to each and everyone. Because of you all, we are here. And एक शायरी है जो मैं बोलना चाहूँगी.
वाह वाह. इरशाद.
#AI.
Oh.
जिंदगी एक स्टेज है, हर दिन एक शो, कभी तालियां कभी खामोशी का जादू हो, हम भी कलाकार है, दिल से निभा रहे हैं किरदार, ब्लूम की महफिल में हर जज्बा है बेकरार, कुछ सपने थे जो चाय के कप में डूबते थे, अब वही सपने किताबों में रूप लेते हैं, मिले इन पन्नों से जहाँ दिल मुस्कराते हैं और हर कहानी कहती है हम ब्लूम करने आए हैं.
थैंक
यू.
पायल, एक बिना एआई का गाना बंद की बात की है तो, और चाय, अदरक चाय, अभिजीत के साथ कभी भी हमेशा इज ऑलवेज रेडी. एक गरम चाय की प्याली हो, कोई उसको पिलाने वाली हो. वो बैठी है उधर पीने वाली चाय, मैं चाय नहीं पीता हूँ, वो मेरे लिए मेरी कोटा चाय की वो पी जाती है. सो इसका उसको पता है कि गाने का कोटा मैं पूरा कर लेता हूँ.
So there is one song, Pal. You all have to join with
Oh,
us.
of course.
पल 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 हर पल हर पल. कैसे?
Take a पल हर पल हर पल. Na 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 na. Yeah. Yeah. Chalo, wonderful. ठीक है. Okay. So Jhankar wanted to say yes. My chapter. Okay. So all of you know that I am in the personal finance space, and my own book is called The Compounding the Eighth Wonder, and one of the chapters in that book, Bhavna, is the mango tree. In my book. Yeah. So it's all about opportunities that land in your lap. There are some times in life something just happens when it was least expected, and when it compounds, it blooms. So that is the core of my chapter. And a small event happened. Luckily, we were allotted a few shares of something which was unknown in those days, and it has compounded to so much money over the few years because we did nothing. We just let it be. We allowed that mango tree to grow. The roots kept on becoming deeper and deeper, and the fruits kept on coming every year and year and year, and that is my chapter. So please read it in the book. And before I give it to Jhankar, Saurabh is officially launching his book also. So on this day, he is a co-author of the Born to Bloom book, but his book, which was launched recently officially at Hyderabad, he is launching it in Mumbai for the first time. So let us take this opportunity, one, to congratulate Saurabh on launching his own book. Here, go ahead, Saurabh. One, yes, please come. 3, 2, 1. Congratulations. गाना बजाओ, म्यूजिक बजाओ यार, म्यूजिक. Congratulations वाला म्यूजिक. Yes, yeah. So Saurabh is a co-author and an author too, which is also going to be the target for all our co-authors first time today. They need to have a book of their own, yes, with their name and title. Come, sir. Kaustubh sir, आइए. Come. आइए. Saurav's wife is here. Please join us. Yes. So thank you everyone else. Saurabh, stay on stage. Let's have a few 2 minutes of Q&A. Please pick up that mic of yours. He gave us a hint about his book when he spoke about the title, and he spoke about men's mental anger, and when Swapna Lekha was also talking about men's mental health. Who talks about men's mental health?
Thank you. Thank you.
And why?
I mean, I saw that a lot. In fact, a lot from men as well. When I met couple of people, I wanted some insights. In fact, I was attending one of the program which was on Men's International Day. So the organizer who invited me last year was looking for sponsors, and there were a couple of men who said, why do men need a recognition like this?
Exactly.
So it's it's also based on my journey, is very much ignored space, because since childhood, because of the patriarchal systems, the stereotypes, we are always told that, suck it up, there is no problem with you. Man up, be a man.
Be a man.
Mard ko dard nahi hota.
Exactly.
But that has led to some really, really grave issues where I have seen a lot of men going into depression, suicidal, and suppressing the anger which has exploded in the wrong way. And my own journey of dealing with anger has actually been part of the book, where I've drawn a lot of insights from there and shared certain frameworks for that.
So I want to ask this question to all the ladies in the room. How many of you believe that your husbands are always angry for some reason or the other? Everyone, without doubt. अभी वाइफ शायरी करेगी तो वो तो ऐसा ही बोलेगा. So many of, I'm sure you also understand, and you alluded to that too. Most of us tend to bring our work at home.
Yeah.
And that is one of the main causes of strife, especially when your wife will not understand, यार ये क्यों मेरे पर चिल्ला रहा है? मैंने किया क्या है? खाना तो बहुत अच्छा बना है, क्यों ये चिल्ला रहा है?
She's smiling there.
And my wife is also smiling there. So just share two or three experiences which all of us know and understand, but those experiences were the catalyst in making you write this book.
Yeah, so I had a very short temper, number one. And it actually brought to light my temper when I was blessed with twin daughters in COVID.
Twin daughters.
And it has been going on. My wife has been the inspiration, victim, as well as the support. So I realized that I don't want my daughters to grow up in an environment, or I don't want them to see someone in the future as a spouse or a partner who would be like this. So something has to change. That was number one. Number two, when I got into the space, I had a couple of my female friends from college, from schools, who came up to me that their husbands are having similar issues. In fact, there were one or two friends who actually somehow convinced their husband to take a session with me.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So this is another reason, and I think it was time that I write about it, about my journey, about what the real problem is, how do we fix it. That is what pushed me to write this book.
Wonderful, wonderful. All you lovely people, Saurabh has written a book called The Alchemy of Anger, transforming men's rage into resilience and purpose. And he talks about a specific SPR method. If you want to know more about the SPR method, please buy his book. Please buy his book. Thank you, Saurabh, for giving us the chance to host your Bombay book launch of your book today.
Thank you, Bloom, for this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you. And the time has come for us to experience something most of us haven't. Yes, please come. Yeah. No, please.
Thank you very much, and I have to be very quick because I can see, as I said, hunger on everybody's face. Deepak and Abhijit and Payal has been working hard on this 250 episodes, no denying the fact. Something has to be done about it. Yes or no? Okay? And before which, something has to be done about the authors who have taken some time off. So भैया उनको कुछ तो दे दो. हाँ? अरे 12 लोग यहाँ बैठे हुए उनको दे दो, तुम ऑर्गेनाइजर हो. लाइए तो please all the authors please come up.
Bhavna? Brigadier Bhasin, sir. Aarti Narang. CA Megha Shivakumar. Yes, please. तालियां बजते रहनी चाहिए. Shipra. Please, Megha. Yeah.
So when I was leaving home today, I told my son, so he is 10 years now, and he wrote his first book when he was 9.
Wow.
And he wrote it because he got an opportunity to write.
Yeah.
And today while leaving, I told him that I'm also an author today, like you.
Yeah.
And he was looking at me like this, and I didn't tell him this, but I wrote it twice as his age. When he was 9, I'm 18.
It's catching on, yeah.
So I just want to thank Bloom platform to give this opportunity to me at this age to write.
Thank you, Megha. Very well put. Doctor, next one is Shipra. Dr. Saurabh Patil.
Saurabh will be trying some techniques of anger management, and ask me why. He's going to refer to his own book when he goes back home. Ask me why. When he was being felicitated, he didn't call his wife.
Meera Sansgiri. Yeah, Naveen Singhania. Guys, please, this person needs to receive the maximum amount of applause. The efforts which he has gone through just to be present today. Really appreciate it. One award for very own Jhankar Gadkari. वो थोड़ा एंगर मैनेजमेंट का कोशिश कर रहे हैं. And very rarely does one get to say this in his or her life. One award for me.
That is given him an
And because they can't award themselves, somebody else has to do that. So may I call upon Deepak Khemani for the second award. And this time there has to be a louder round of applause.
Hey. क्या बात है.
And for the person who you could see love drooping down when his wife was talking. Come over, Abhijit.
Abhijit. Abhijit, hold on. We were there in a meeting yesterday. A few of us were there, and I referred to him as the giver. So if there is somebody who deserves that moniker, that title, the giver, Abhijit Sansgiri. Ever since we have been in his proximity, we've been around, we've been together doing things. Out of the 250 episodes which we've hosted on Bloom, without counting, I can definitely say that at least 150 of those guests were references of Abhijit. It was he who used to reach out to these people and say, let's call him, let's call her, let's do a talk with him or her. So at least 150 people have been referred as guests, as experts, as speakers on the Bloom platform. Thank you, Abhijit, for whatever you're doing.
And the lady who made this consistency and continuity happen, none other than Payal. And a person who co-wrote for Pearl Irani as well.
Abhijit, आइए. All three of us. Abhijit, all three of us.
With the awards.
My question to everybody who is here in this audience, how many of us have walked on fire? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 50, 10%. Imagine every day you are walking on fire. Saurabh? But that fire is rage, this fire is real. This fire can burn. The very first time I did my firewalk, I have shared that as an experience in today's video. For those who are following me, I had put it up in the morning. I have asked many people, what is your experience? What is your first reaction after walking on fire? Because the first thing people ask me is, jala nahi? Blister nahi hua? I said, no, when we were in the Tony Robbins program, there were 8,000 people and all 8,000 of them walked on fire and none of them ever had a blister. किसी की भी नहीं जली तो बहुत लोगों की लेकिन जली किसी की नहीं. Today we will be experiencing it live. No, of course all of us are going to do it. All of us are here because of that purpose only. नहीं तो खाना नहीं मिलेगा. Yes, खाना firework के बाद ही चालू होगा. So we have a very special guest with us today, an expert facilitator, someone who has been referred to us by Brigadier Bhasin sir. When I said Abhijit has introduced 150 people as guests who have been there on the Bloom Talk show, the other 40-50 have been referred to by Brigadier Bhasin. And he connected us with Captain Muthu Krishnan very recently. Captain sir, aye. Thank you sir. Captain sir will be first talking to us, motivating us. He will be creating a mind shift. And after that, all of us will be actually walking on burning coals, all of us. And none of us will get a blister, none of us will get a cut. And I'm telling you in advance, having done it 5 times plus, this is going to be the best day of your life. Your life is going to change after this evening. Why? Because you will get a buffet dinner, of course, but the mindset shift that is going to happen because of Captain Muthu.
Par excellence. Greatest motivator in history, Napoleon said,
yes,
that army marches on its stomach, right? And here you are, sir. The time when paid puja hona chahiye, you are asking me to do motivation. I don't know how good, great motivation I can do. Because as they said, a lot of people already have hunger in your eyes. So what we are doing is, I know, I'm not going to use this now. Well, I'm not even going to take much time. Check. Okay. Friends, let me start with a caveat, right? While Sir did say that all of you will walk. Some of you will not walk because you're wearing something which the fire loves, which is synthetic. I've informed Payal, but I don't know, somewhere the... so we are dealing with real fire and we don't want to take risk, right? I mean, so anybody who is wearing rayon or something like that, because fire loves it a lot. Ma'am, but okay, for an army, or sorry, for a military officer, that doesn't matter. I mean, come on, we are made of metal, right? Come on, ma'am, that's not possible. Okay, you know how strong military people are. It's not just they are strong, even they make others strong. Like for example, Naveen. Where is Naveen over here? Naveen, so sir was telling a lot about you. Do you know why? Because he's from Shillong. 58 GTC is there. Do you know what is 58 GTC? Okay, 58, which is the 5th and the 8th Regiment Gorkha Training Center is there. I am from the 3rd 8, the 8 Gorkhas. So I did my young officers there. Right? So when he came, so Gorkha guys are pagal guys, sir. I mean, you tell them it will be happening. So Naveen, there's nothing surprised that you could come. 58 GTC, right? GTC stands for. So what we're doing is there is a long speech which normally takes about half an hour for taking you to a level where you can walk, and then all of you are going to find me. So what we are going to do is we are going to straight go down. We have made a little bit of, jugaad. We are famous for jugads, right? I mean, we are going to make sure everybody is going to walk, irrespective of what dress they are going to wear. We are going to walk, right? Okay, let's all go down. Let's move and let's start doing the fire walk. And we got a small little speech there too, so don't worry. Anger management expert, right? And all of them are hungry. And
Yes.
But I should actually thank Deepak sir and team, because generally we spend about half an hour just to make that fire within you, right? But by extending this, session, you already have fire in you, right? Fire of hunger. So I'm not going to take much time. I'm going to give you some safety instructions first, and then I'll start my talk, right? Because once I start talking, then we will not stop. Firstly, ma'am, you will not be able to walk, right?
Lift it up a little.
Okay, so I would not stop anyone from walking, but remember, the fire loves material like that. Fire loves very spicy.
Then we don't love fire very much. We're out. That's reason
so,
we're out.
So therefore, what we will do is, we will separate a group into two. Actually, don't know what to do with people like you. Ma'am, this cotton, right?
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm more concerned about this dress, ma'am. Cotton? No. Yeah, linen is fine. All gentlemen, you can all take off your shoes. I don't have to even look at what you have. You can either have, you can roll up your shoes like this, then you can have nice tandoor kebab, right? Leg piece, that too. Or if you want some extra protection, you don't have to lift it up. If you lift, all your hairs will be, you get a free vaccine, right? So if you want a free vaccine, then sir, go ahead.
Is already done.
Okay, guys, now that safety precaution is over, yes, as I said, that's what material is, silk. Can you please come over here? Sir, can you just move a little bit? The lady over here. Ma'am, I want you to stand here. The lady over there, you can stand over here. Ma'am, the soldier over there. Ma'am, over here, please. Squadron leader. The one who leads the way. You would have to go there, you would have to go there. Who else? Okay, great. Okay. Okay, great. Friends, I really want to cut short what I'm going to talk. Tony Robbins, all of you who have seen Tony Robbins, attended the UPW, that's the program, you would know that he spends at least about an hour to take you up, you know, to charge you up and to make sure that, all those things. Now, if I start doing all these things, then probably you will all going to kill me. Especially we have a squadron leader who is equipped with more stable missiles.
She wants to take that moniker out of her name now.
No. She can't because it's given to us by the Constitution. The
government.
You know, Article 19 of the Constitution says, and that's why we keep saying, putting our rank in front of us. Okay, great. So friends, firework is done for various reasons, especially to show your devotion to something you can't see. And that's why the origin of firework is always in every continent related to religion, God. You can't see God, then you show it through this. You know, look, this is what this is. Two reasons why people always give everything that they have. One is, and both of them you can't even see, you can't touch, you can't do anything. One is, nationality, race, and all those things. The second is religion. These are the two things that actually doesn't matter for you. Love matters. Yes. Love really matters. I really thought it doesn't matter at my age. I know all of you are 18 to 35. I'm actually 36 now, but in Celsius. After seeing all these wonderful girls, 36 degrees Celsius. But you know what? After Deepak sir's talk today, I think I'm also slowly falling in love, right? But love matters. But race and religion, I really don't know. Having served in one of the finest unit of Indian Army, the 3rd Battalion of the 8th Gorkha Rifles, from where Field Marshal Manekshaw is from.
Two uncles.
Sorry, sir?
Gorkha Rifles, 2 uncles.
Thank you very much, sir. It's a great privilege. I still don't know what race is. So therefore, we are doing this firework because it's an in thing that shows how motivated you are. There's no other activity that can show you more, that can bring out those motivation from you than firework, right? So simple. When we start, these 5 wonderful Panch Pyaras, I would like to call them as Pyaris. Right. So, they will walk first. Gorkha hai, I don't even, in Gorkha Parliament we don't even talk Hindi. Generally what they do, they take one of those, and most of our troops are from Nepal, they take a guy who does not know even anything in Hindi. They put them as our sahayaks. So by force you learn the language. So we will start with them. We will start the fire at a very less pace for them to make sure that all 5 of them cross it without, 5 of you, cross it without any events. And then we will make this fire roar, right? And then we have the others start walking, right? I want all of you to be ready for the firework, because once the firework starts, I cannot, wow, why? Is that you? Wow.
She changed that.
Okay, so once the fire starts, I can't keep coming and saying, okay, please remove your shoes, remove your socks. So all of you get ready. Yes. Because the most important factor in firework is not walking the firework, but the intention to walk. Friends, remember, the most challenging thing about this firework is the intention to walk. Because when you stand here, and when you see the heat, when you see the flames coming out, your body will ask you to go back. Your mind will ask you to stop. But those 1 second, it takes about 1.5 seconds to cross this. That 1.5 seconds, if you can conquer your mind and if you can conquer your body, then you can unleash the power within. I'm sorry, I'm borrowing this word from Tony Robbins. Right? I hope Basim sir say. I will remain as if you can see my legs are shivering. That's because I am standing in front of my Bhishma Pitama, my Guru, my everything, right? The one who blessed me from day one of my training journey. I always draw my inspiration, my love, and my Bengan Bharta from sir. Whenever I go here, ma'am makes sure that she makes Bengan Bharta for me. And for our year, we did not meet. And you know what sir did? He sends Swiggy Dunzo of Bengan Bharta. And my wife says, who is this giving you Bengan Bharta by courier? Right? And it's, okay, guys, all of you ready?
Yes.
Okay, all of you, please take off your footwears because we won't have time once we start the fire. Right? So you want to be the first person? Great. Sir wants to be the first person. Why don't you stand over here? And all. Both of you are not very.
So one day I told him, when I bought
Well,
this camera,
I'm not going to spend more time,
he told
but
me what to
generally
do
we
to
don't.
buy a
I would make sure that each one of you go at my command. You will not rush because if a person slips here, then you are roasted for life. And when this roast is there, it is not that, what is it, Alibaba or whoever that YouTuber is, not that roast, it's a real roast, right? Yes, sir.
Can you just, since you're saying don't dawdle, can you just give one demo of the pace at which you should?
We'll come to that, sir. We're just starting the thing, right? So when you start, you will all stand over here. I will ask you to go. And when I say go, please go. Do not rush behind the first person.
Yeah.
Most important. Second, as I said, there is a quick change in the fire layout that we have made. Because some of you might ask me why this layout. This layout was changed because of we have a lot of people wearing synthetics. Otherwise, it was filled with coal. Now you can see those coals. Where are they?
It's in the car.
It's there. We kept it separately because we want everybody to walk. So therefore, especially those Panch Pyaris, where are they? Okay, you will have to walk through the center, right? Make sure you're walking through the center. Once that is over, then the real tamasha starts, right? Then we will have real nice tandoor chicken, leg piece and all those things, right? And the pace. So when you go to Tony Robbins show, then he says, elevate yourself, put this, ha, 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 ha. This is what they say. Yes. But here, you don't have to do that because that is about 2 or 3 times more intense than this heat. So here, just walk on your normal pace. Do not run, do not rush. Even if you take your normal pace, it's going to take just 1.5 seconds. Half a second per pace, just look at it. This is the pace that you walk, right? 1.5 seconds, that's all I am asking for you. Tony Robbins has gone up to 20 feet and this is not even half of it. This is just about 9 feet, right? Once you go there and you want to do round 2, because the photo did not come properly. You can do that, you can do a second round, third round, but after others have done.
Yes.
Okay.
And also it will give you some time to look at your feet and see how many blisters are there. Right? Some of you might get blisters. Might. Chances are there, like Sir rightly said, Tony Robbins, nobody got hurt, but they got hurt. Right? So similarly, nobody would get blisters, but you might get some blisters. Get blisters, don't worry, just rub it. Basin sir will tell you what they do in academies, so just do that and it's all gone, right? Okay, great. All of us are ready?
Yes.
All of us are ready?
Yes.
Muthu, can I take a minute?
Shivakumar, you are not ready. You are not ready. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, guys, my younger brother is going to talk now. I always have
I just want to give you a
jealous
little
on him,
idea.
right?
Muthu said 1 hour. I think when I did UPW in Sydney, he took about 3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. But what he says is not required. He does it because there are 5,000 people. In our case, Deepak said 7,000. So he's got about 30 lanes in which people are coming. There are masses there. He's dealing with masses. Here there are just handful of people. It's not required. But what he said now, I just want to put your mind there. Of course, I'll just tell you that when I came here, I said, "ये क्या firework है? मतलब इसमें तो कोई पोल तो दिख ही नहीं रहा." तो वहाँ पे क्या होता है कि when you go there are lanes which have already got coal which is lit. It is red hot, if not white hot. Then before we start, there are 30 wheelbarrows that will come in all the 30 lanes, and they will drop in the real white hot
Fresh coal. Yeah.
Then he takes a rod in his hand. Of course, he's standing on a stool, and as if he's very tall, and he can look at the last person and he says, Now this is an iron rod. It melts as so and so degrees Fahrenheit, and then he puts it inside, and then he shows it up, and you can see the dripping of the iron rod, and then you walk on it. So what I want you to understand, why I gave you this example is that okay, listen. No, let's cut the humor out. What I'm trying to bring about from that was that it is as serious as a thing that you don't take it as a joke, don't play it. It may look simple, but all that you have to do is follow his 2-3 instructions. One, he said that with the pace. Now, if you slow down, possibility. If you have your heels or your toes going like this, possibility of your getting burned. But if your foot is flat, like what he showed you, that you just walk like this. You have to lift your foot. Of course, you're not dragging it. You lift your foot and put this and this, and 4 steps and you're out. So all that you have to do is actually tell in your mind, don't even look down, just look in front and do 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. So if you do that and keep in mind, because I really want, if you think, because I was getting an idea that after Muthu said, you went, so if you do that, then you are not really getting the advantage of it. You have to know that there is a risk. It doesn't happen because you are explained why you have to do it. He's told you purpose, your life, your mission. Do a little bit of sort of deep thinking and a self-message that I have to do it. And you can close your eyes for 30 seconds, say something to yourself, why are you doing it, and then go ahead with it and just do it. And the moment a thought comes to you, कि ये नहीं करना है, and just tell yourself, just do it. And by the time you complete that sentence, you'll be here.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Just keep walking. Keep walking. Do not stop. The moment you see the first person walking, just start walking. Right? Yeah. So you're going to do it.
Yes.
Right. Okay, that's all. Nothing else. And sir, there are coals underneath. A lot of coals underneath. Right? So it's filled with coals. Don't worry. So you open anywhere, there's coals. So all these are coals under.
Now it is better.
Why can't we do it? So I was like, bring me a chicken. Okay, guys, all of you are ready?
Yes.
Yes. Can we have those wonderful ladies over here, led by squad leader? Please, ma'am, please come over here. Let's do it. और हमारा fire marshal here, so don't worry about anything. He has a nice, good extinguisher within expiry date, right? Let's see that. Let's test. Yes.
If there is a blister, how long it will take? We have very tight schedules. कुछ होगा क्या blister?
नहीं होगा भी.
Let's go ahead with ma'am. Nothing will happen. Don't worry.
You're a doctor.
Blister नहीं होगा.
You are a doctor.
Okay, guys, let's start. Let's start, right?
Yes.
All of us are going to start now.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Avishkar, come here.
By the way, I did it in Sydney 3 times because picture नहीं आई.
Om,
Photographer.
come here.
he's
Come
there.
here.
Photo खींचना.
Anybody wants to do the honors of lighting the fire?
Yes.
We didn't start the fire.
One of the authors.
One of the authors. Who? The youngest author.
Should be the youngest author.
Youngest author. 18 years old.
All are 18.
18 years old. Please come.
All are 18.
Yeah.
The more I try to
Mr. Shivakumar, you are going to do it. Okay?
Megha, come
You
on.
can start
Come
from
on, Megha
okay.
side. Yeah.
That's more expensive, right? Especially your Jimmy Choo or whatever name it is, right? Please, all your bags, ma'am. No, what I'm saying is, be ready for it. Walking or not walking is later on. But at least let's be ready for it.
Yeah, you will get FOMO at the end.
End of the day, I'm not going to push you. But if you want to walk, you should be ready.
Yes.
Right? I mean,
Yes.
that's so.
See, doctor started the fire.
अरे मरना है तो मरेंगे. Okay, all of you ready? Come on!
Yes!
Yes. Ow. Okay, let's start. Come on. Come on, yes, man, yes. Very good. Okay, next, come on. Double solo, come.
Go.
Yes, come on, go.
Yes.
Don't worry about your study, you just go.
Yes, go.
Come on, give me your hands. Come on. Let's go. Come on, guys. Come on, let's go. Come on, go. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, come on. Dr. Jiva, come on.
Yes.
Very good. Come on, guys, come on. Don't stop. Come on. Let's go. Come on, yes. No, be careful. Just give me a minute. Yes. Okay, come on, let's go. Yes. Just walk. Just walk. Very good. That's how it is. Come on. Come on. Somebody wants to do it.
Jal Shipra क्या करती है?
fire.
नहीं, you just go.
Sari.
Sari, be careful. Let the flames go.
Come on, guys, come on. Naveen, come on. You want to do? Come, give me your hands. Okay, 1, 2, come on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes. Very good. Give me your hands. Okay, come on, walk. That's it. Right in the center. Come on. Go. Just go right.
Do it again, Baba, do it again.
Come on, Payal. एक मिनट. Okay, come. No problem. Next.
अरे सेबी इसके लिए ऑयल
Very good. Okay, very good.
You only had 3 steps.
3 steps, that's all. Who's the next? Give me hands.
Come on.
You go on your own. Just on the center, yes. Just on your center, yes. Okay, next. Just on the center, yes. Very good. Very good. Next. Right on the center, just go right on the center. Go on the center. Come on, Shikra.
थोड़ा फ्लेम नीचे होने दे फिर आजा साड़ी उसमें.
Go on the center, come on, let's go. Right on the center, yes. Just go, come on. Come on, just go on the center. Okay, come on, guys. Anybody?
Come on, Mithil.
No, it's okay, come on.
It's okay, go.
Just on the center. Yes.
आजाओ
Come on, Mama.
आजाओ come on look here and just do it. आओ आजाओ come yes
Thank you.
आजाओ yes
Stop and wait, okay? Light on the center, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Anybody who got blisters, you got a first aid kit, so you can come over there. Where is Payal? The last person will be walking now. Put. Add a more. Add some more. Okay, who is that? Last. Okay, guys. You can do it. Straight in the middle. Come on. Straight in the middle. Yes. Oh, be careful.
250th. Yeah!
250. Yes. 250. 250. 250.
250. Yeah!
Congratulations and celebrations when I tell everyone that you're in love with me. Congratulations and jubilations. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be. Who would believe that I could be happy and contented? I used to think that happiness hadn't been invented, but that was in the bad old days before I met you. When I let you walk into my heart. Congratulations and celebrate.